he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Defense wins championships, baby. Slam.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Quiet. 64. Weak. Let's go.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Ready up. Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's set a tone. Alpha. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Eagles 3.
Ready. Exit. Hey, check Mike. Watching you guys. Here we go. Check 55. Delta. Check 55 to Mike. No gain on this defense. No gain. Mike 55. Mike 55.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ingram again, a first down carry. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and to the 40-yard line. That's where the return stops. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Set. 10 Tucson. Come on. You better bring. Charlie. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Chance. Go. What happened?
On third down, Love. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Right here. Shoot. Topper. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Looking to throw. Love. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
On the ready. 57 to Mike. It's been a long day for you. He's crashing.
Here's 2nd and 8. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
At the 18-yard line.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Yeah. You gonna see me in 61.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have touchdown scores from around the NFL here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 19 yards away. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Wentz. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Throwing now is Wentz. Going deep downfield for Rowe. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Now a play fake. Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Twins. Check 24, check 24.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Elliott puts this one through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Yes. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready, ready, ready. Check 55, Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win. Wide, get wide. Mike, 5.
Back to throw. Love. And that is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. And Stills bringing it in. And they work this out past the 25. 25 yards that time.
25 yards on the play. That's good for Eagles. First down.
Here we go.
First and 10. 26-yard line.
Hey, empty.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 31, Wentz escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5 quarterback picks up the 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Come on, 7, 8, read. Ready? Strong right, strong right. Straight call, 132 fight. Read out. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Yep. Ready.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go. Orbit. Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Go.
To throw on second down. Love. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A gain there of 21 yards.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
Set, ready. 10 Lobo. Come on. He don't know no better. Check 52.
Throwing on first down. Love. And he completes it to Cohen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Waiting. Lefty, lefty. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check 4. Check. Topper.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Ingram. And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Here we go. 57. Hey, watch it.
On play action, it's Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Into the red zone, Wentz. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 31-yard line.
Ready up. 155. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Ready.
They'll run with McCaffrey. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Let's stop. Let's stop.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 35 on 2nd down, Wentz. Got a man open, it's Ross. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st down. It's Cohen, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 60 orange.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Panthers, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.